right, so this is the kind of book we will be looking inside of today. This is one of my SLP early childhood data notebooks, and while the covers will differ, the insides will be the same. So let's take a look at what's inside. Inside, I have my MLU calculator. So this data sheet shows you how I calculate a mean length of utterance in real time during a session with a child there. And I have the URL to watch a video demo on YouTube of that. So it's super easy to use, very fast, faster than transcribing and then calculating later. And then I have my early childhood screener, which one side features a place for you to take notes on how the child's articulation was, some phonemes to listen out for, then some receptive language to look out for if the child understands. And then the next side is the expressive language side that has a condensed version of that MLU calculator, and then a list of the morphemes in English and what age we expect these to be developed by, as well as Brown stages for morpheme MLU development. And then at the bottom, some other things to listen out for if the child was able to label and to do with their expressive language. And so I always just take these in two-sided to those play-based sessions. Looks at a lot of the same areas as more formal assessments. It's just quick to grab and get a quick idea of what support the child might need or where they're doing well. The next section is a data sheet for words that you hear the child or see the child use, and I have it broken down by signed words and spoken words, and then the level of support up along the top. So you just write it in the appropriate column corresponding to how much support they needed. And then at the very back of this book, I have some vocabulary lists, and the lists are broken down into categories, but then also further broken down into subsets within those. So I have nouns, but then it's broken down for home into different rooms and appliances, and then there's a list of verbs that correspond with that as well. For food, I have not only the nouns broken down into these different categories, but then I have actions and descriptors. These lists are great to take with you into a play-based session, not only to listen out for what the child is using, but to give you a reminder of things that you could incorporate into your play and the things that you're saying. And this could be a great handout for parents as well to encourage them to do that after seeing how you do that. So I have several different categories in there, and this book would just be a great resource for early childhood speech language pathologists. And that is in my Amazon store. Here's an example of the handout I mentioned is in the book. The front side shows the bunny really big, and he's a little bit off looking because something has become unclear in the communication. And so it's surrounded by examples of speech and of language. And then the back side of the handout shows even more examples of speech and language. For speech, I have examples for voice, articulation, and stuttering. And for language, I have examples for pragmatics, grammar, and vocabulary. And while there is more that speech language pathologists work on, this really helps people start to understand why someone might be in speech therapy, even if that person thinks the person talks fine, because they might be working on language, or maybe they're working on a different aspect of their speech than what the person was thinking about. So this really helps give people that initial understanding. And there's plenty of white space on here too. So once this handout is given to someone, they can take notes, maybe write some specific examples that they were thinking of, or for a teacher who this applies to in their class to really help them remember. So these handouts are in my SLP early childhood data notebooks. There will be several iterations of this where the inside is the same and they will have different covers, and they will all be available on Amazon. So go and visit my Amazon store. The link will be in the description.